house has a really bad cold. So you have to bear with me. I have a glass of water and some throat and chest soothing menthol sweets. So I'm going to pop one of these in because my throat is dry as a nun's crotch. I'll pop this down a second. That's better. I say that's better. How the hell can it be better? I've only just put the bloody sweet in my mouth. How are we all anyway? But today I wasn't going to do this video. I literally decided to do this about 30 seconds ago. I was about to record a different video, but then I figured that it's Friday tomorrow, so why don't I give you my predictions for the weekend's game. Now, it is the Premier League starting back up this weekend after international break. An international break where England couldn't beat Hungary at home. What a disaster that game was for England. And for me, very frustrating. But in terms of this weekend, teams will be affected quite a bit because, I mean, this is bloody bonkers, but the South American international break, bear in mind we are on Thursday. Brazil and I think Argentina, I don't think they play until tomorrow evening, and yet their teams play on, what day do they play? Let me look. Let me have a little looky. So Liverpool play at lunchtime on Saturday, and Brazil, so I've got like Alisson and Fabinho. Brazil play the early hours of Friday morning. So over here in the UK, when Trent Alexander-Arnold, Virgil van Dijk, etc. are in bed, 1:30 in the morning UK time, Fabinho and Alisson will be lining up for Brazil. They then have to go to bed, get up, or go straight to the airport, whichever, fly back from Brazil. Let's say they get back, I don't know how long the flight is. Let's say they're getting like 4 or 5 o'clock PM UK time. They're then expected to play less than 24 hours later for Liverpool. That is bonkers. I don't think it's right. I think it's bang out of order. I'm not a Liverpool fan, but United are affected as well with Cavani being away with Uruguay. Tottenham are affected with Romero and Lo Celso. Man City with Jesus and Edison. So all the top teams pretty much are affected in one way or another. Maybe not Chelsea though. I don't think they're affected by the international break in terms of South American side of things. So the teams that you'll be backing this weekend, you might be thinking, oh, maybe not, because they're missing some important players. So let's have a little look at the Premier League games first off, and then we'll have a little look at some other games going on this weekend. So we have the 12:30 kickoff on Saturday, and the Tinkerman is back in charge. Well, he's never been in charge before, but he's back in charge of a Premier League team, Claudio Ranieri. He is now at Watford, as we all real issues in the respect of travelling back from Brazil is an issue to then play 24 hours later. I doubt Watford had as many international call-ups as Liverpool did. I'm not sure. I'm sure they had quite a few, but and to be fair, they're probably in a lot of South American countries, like or African countries. So I mean, they have a lot of British-based players, do they? In their starting lineup, I don't think. But I'm going for a draw in this game. I think having Ranieri there, he's had the international break to work with some of these players. I'm going with a 1-1 draw. Watford have some decent players, to be fair. Ismail Sarr looks half decent when he wants to. The striker Dennis also looks quite useful. That's just a name too. They also had, who's the other lad? He was on loan for like 2 years out of Watford, and now he's back and playing quite well. I forget his name now. So yeah, I'm going to go with a Watford draw in this game, 1-1. Because you've got to remember, even like Mo Salah and Mane, Firmino, he's still away with Brazil, isn't he, I believe. Jota was sent back from the Portugal squad. I don't know what that was for. So he's got plenty of time, he should be fit. Well, what's his name isn't. He's still away. Salah and Mane should be back now, but they've been away and had a long trip back from Africa, from Egypt and Senegal. So it won't be easy for Liverpool at all. And as I say, that Sky Sports News is on in the background, and the headline is Liverpool worries with a clip of Fabinho. So I think we'll see Henderson playing for Liverpool in that game, maybe even a Milner. Might step into midfield. I know, what's his name is fit, Trent, to play. So we'll see how it goes, but I'm backing Watford to get the draw in this match. Next we have Villa Wolves, a West Midlands or Black Country derby. Wolves got their first win. Was their second win? They won their last game, didn't they? Was it 2-0? 2-1 against Newcastle. Wolves beat Newcastle 2-1 last time out. Before Newcastle became Moneybags Newcastle, that was. Wolves, I think they're starting to show a little bit under the manager, which is great to see because they were putting in some brilliant performances at the beginning of the season without getting the results. Villa, they beat Man United, and then in their last game they slipped up away to Tottenham, which I was quite surprised at because it's not like Tottenham were playing brilliant under Nuno. So I half expected Villa to beat Spurs, or at least get a result. Spurs won the game, it was 2-1. Danny Ings wasn't called up and fully fit, ready to go. John McGinn didn't score for Scotland off the break, I'm sure he did. Tyrone Mings played, so players, I guess international break's good for players who don't get called up because they get a week or two break. But at the same time, I can imagine, playing like it was just the one game during the break is good just to keep the the energy going and the legs fresh and whatnot. I'm gonna back Wolves to get a draw here. I think this game could be a 1-1 draw. Wolves don't concede that many, although they've only won a couple of games this season. I'm going with Wolves draw here, 1-1. Man City, Burnley. Burnley, you've got to go there, try and obviously upset Man City. Don't be surprised if Burnley get an early goal. I mean, the Man City won't have Edison in goal, I wouldn't have thought. John Stones played for England during the other day against Hungary. Hasn't played a single minute for Man City. yourself, what the hell is going on here? If I was a Man City fan, yes, it's great to win titles. It's great to win trophies. I have no issue with that. I'd be loving it if I was a Man City fan. And to see the football we play. But at the same time, you have to ask yourself, and I'd be asking, like, what the hell is my manager doing? So, John Stones was out of the team for, like, most of the previous season, on and off. He had a couple of mistakes in him. So they give the position to Laporte. Ruben Diaz is signed, Laporte is dropped, and what's his name comes in as first choice. John Stones, who's Stones and Diaz pretty much all last season. Then there was talk that Laporte might push to move if he wasn't given game time. So now this season, Stones is nowhere near the starting lineup, and Laporte is back in. Yet Stones was part of the team that won the league last season. It's absolutely bloody bonkers. But yeah, I'll be. I think probably a 3-0 win here to Man City. The players they got: Grealish, Sterling, Mahrez, Jesus, even if you back, okay, fair enough. De Bruyne, Phil Foden, Bernardo Silva, the list goes on. Rodri, Fernandinho, Diaz, Walker, Zinchenko, Cancelo, Burnley, Arthur Griswold, and what's his name? The other striker, Ashley Barnes. Yeah, I think about 3-0 to Man City, or 3-1. I think Burnley can get a goal. I won't be surprised if Burnley get a goal, but I think ultimately they get crushed 3 or 4-1 in the end. Norwich City, Brighton, and Hove Albion. Norwich are at home, looking for their first win. They have 1 point. They've got 1 draw so far in 7 games. I mean, how demoralising must that be for their fans to know probably going to lose? We've lost 6 already. That must be horrible. Brighton are in good form. They currently sit in 6th place on 14 points. They've only lost 1 game, 2 draws and 4 wins for Brighton. They come into this after a draw against Arsenal in their last match. I think Norwich can do something here though. I really do think a Norwich draw is not out of the question. I'm not saying that Norwich win, but I think Norwich get a draw here. Maybe a 2-2 draw to Brighton for Norwich. Southampton, Leeds. Southampton against Leeds United. I saw yesterday that Hasenhuttl could be sacked. I was thinking, what the hell? I mean, they are in 17th place on 4 points. Bit of a concern, really, isn't it? 4 points from 7 games, which is 21. So 4 from 21. It's not good enough if you're at Southampton, and they have spent a bit of money. They lost Vestergaard, but they did sign us. What's their name? Who did they sign? Livramento, Borgia on loan from Chelsea, Livramento on a permanent, and 1 or 2 other players that were signed as well by Southampton. There are Adam Armstrong from Blackburn. After they lost Danny Ings, I forgot what Danny Ings is going. They also lost Brian Bertrand. Yeah, I think home to Leeds United, who got their first win, didn't they, in their last game? I'm sure it was their first win of the season, last time out. I'm going to be going for that was against Watford, I believe. I'm going to be back in Southampton here. 2-1 to Southampton. And in the 5:30 kick-off on Saturday, we something community stadium. I don't know. What should be called the Brentford Community Stadium? I got pretty stupid. Brentford Chelsea. Chelsea coming off. Did they win the last game? I can't even remember. They've lost 1, drawn 1, won 5 on 16 points currently. They won the last one, didn't they? They beat Southampton. I think it was 3-1 at home. And now Brentford, though, in 7th place. Played 7, won 3, drawn 3, lost 1 game all season. That is bonkers. That they've only lost 1 game in 7. I think Brentford can get a goal here. I don't know if they can get a result. I know they did against Liverpool at home. The 3-3 draw. So we have Chelsea. Like I said, they are away to Brentford. Brentford did get the draw with Liverpool 3-3 at home. So they're more than capable of scoring goals. And the thing about Chelsea is that they've got this star striker in Lukaku. But if you look how many goals he's scored, or how many shots he's not had that many, you know. I think about 2 or 3 games ago, I heard a stat that he'd had. I think it was like 4 shots in 6 games. Something stupid like that. Which, I mean, he scored a few goals, but that'd be concerning if I was a Chelsea fan. Maybe not because of his performances, maybe just the way they are set up, and maybe not getting the best out of him currently. I'm not too sure. But Chelsea away at Brentford, I'll be going for a 2-1 win to Chelsea. I think Brentford score in this game, but ultimately lose in the end. Sunday we have Everton against West Ham. Hang on, have I missed a game here? One second, guys. I completely skipped over my own team. I was sitting there thinking, where does Leicester Man United? Leicester play Man United at 3 o'clock on Saturday, my bad. Man United with no Maguire, no Varane, both are injured. Maguire's been out for a few weeks now, and Varane is also picked up an injury during the Nations League final with Spain. So I'm going to be going. I think it's going to be tough for United. I mean, they've got Lindelof and Eric Bailly to go in at the back, but up against Jamie Vardy, etc. Could be tough. The one thing I'd take from this game is that Leicester are in good form. They're defensively not as good as they have been in the past. And in general, the form is not as good as it was last season. So in that respect, United could have some luck going forward. But I'm going with a few goals in this game. I reckon we could be looking at a 3-2 win for either team. I'm not convinced by either defensively going into this game, and both are very good going forward. So I think there'll be 5 goals spread between the 2 teams. Back to Sunday, we have Everton, West Ham. West Ham were on a good bit of form, were they? Then they slipped up against Brentford. I think that was their last game. I'm sure it was when they lost 2-1 at home to Brentford. Everton got the draw with Man United at Old Trafford. I'm going with an Everton win here. I think Rafa will have the players doing what he wants them to do. But his most important players at the minute are Andros Townsend and Damari Gray. As we know, neither of them were called up for England. How the hell Damari Gray wasn't given a chance, I do not know. So look at his performances for Everton. So he's going to have them 2 fresh as a daisy, and then the rest of the team sort of picks itself. Richarlison, though, he will probably be missing because of the Brazil thing. Then again, Everton plays Sunday. Richarlison plays early hours of Friday morning, so he might be eligible for that game. Alan as well, also being Brazilian. I'm not sure if he's been called up or not. But I reckon Everton win this. Maybe 1-0. 1-0 to Everton. 4:30. We have the Billionaire Club against the Pound Shop Club in Tottenham Hotspur. We have Newcastle, Moneybags Newcastle against Tottenham. The first game, Newcastle fans have not had Mike Ashley there for like 14 years. I say there, he wasn't really often there, but in charge of their club. Tottenham won their last game against Villa. The Newcastle fans are going to be more up for this than they have been in years, and that'll probably reflect on the pitch with the players wanting it even more and want to give their fans something to really cheer about, and also just need to put in a performance to, show the club, look, I deserve to be here playing with the Messis and Ronaldos or whoever they sign over the next couple of years, the Haalands. Harry Kane still in awful form. Didn't score for England against Hungary. I heard the other day. What the hell's he crying about? It's Rory McIlroy on my TV crying over something. I don't know. If you're a golf fan, let me know why he's crying. So Harry Kane, 9 goals this season, not a single one in the Premier League, which is awful. I'm going to go for Newcastle win. Tottenham are my second team. I think Newcastle win this game. Maybe 2-1. 2-1 to Newcastle. And then we finish the weekend on Monday with Arsenal against Palace. Patrick Vieira. Sorry about that, guys, I was a glass of water. Patrick Vieira going back to Arsenal as a manager. Who'd have ever thought it and not being the Arsenal manager? I like what Patrick Vieira is doing with Palace. I think he's doing a very, very good job. And should be really proud of himself so far. Arsenal, well, what can you say? Arsenal are Arsenal. For the few good results. Not amazing. They did batter Tottenham, and then they did drawing away at Brighton. I think Arsenal should have too much for Palace, but don't write Palace off just yet, because they've had some good results and performed fairly well under Patrick Vieira so far. You can expect people like Emile Smith-Rowe, Saka, Odegaard, etc. to put in a shift, and as long as the lads at the back do the business and Ramsdale can keep a clean sheet, then I think Arsenal get the win, maybe 2-0. Maybe Aubameyang actually turns up and earns his paycheck this weekend. But stranger things have happened at sea than Aubameyang actually earning his wages. So I'll have to wait and see if that happens or not. Anyway guys, I'm not going to go into other leagues. We're going to leave it there for today. Hope you enjoyed the video. I'll see you again very soon. Take it easy.